right, today I started my craps journey, so we're going to start off by checking the points that I have, and it should be 0. I checked it yesterday, so let's see what we got. Card accepted. Oh, let's try it again. And we have 0 points. So we're gonna start by doing our free play on this slot machine and then hit the craps table. So I'll let you know later tonight. We're gonna go play tonight after dinner. Probably not gonna do a day session. We're doing lunch today, but we'll play tonight after dinner. So see how we do. So how'd we do? All right, so it's about 1:30. I came down to casino because it's open, and the craps table doesn't open until 5 o'clock. So guess I'm gonna wait to play about 5 o'clock tonight. So, but here's what the table looks like on Freedom of the Seas. So a couple things I noticed is the field 12 pace double only, but pretty much everything else is the same. That's the only difference from what I'm seeing is the field, but otherwise pretty much everything we see on everybody's channels is all the same. So come back at 5 o'clock. All right, so first session done at the craps table this afternoon. They didn't open until 5:20. Took $500. My goal was to play a light in the dark. Didn't go well. Too many 0.7 out. Tried the light in the dark, and when we hit the point, I just regressed down to 50 for 1. When I finally threw a 7, went down to playing a little bit of iron cross, held on for a little while. Tried going back to light in the darkness, but I always seem to regress down to 50 for 1. And at one point, I actually had all the numbers covered to do 50 for 1, but then the shooter rolled a 7. So only played 40 minutes, got $445, got 100 points. So it came out to 150 points an hour, even though it was 40 points. So 40 minutes. So hopefully we'll try again tomorrow night. We're not going to play tonight because we have fancy dinner tonight, and we're up early tomorrow for our port stop in Grand Turk. So stick with my strategy. Using Brian's book to track my dice, and a little more thinking involved than when I used to play, just play the pass line and play the numbers and play odds. So trying to keep track of everything, how much money I had out on the numbers. So hopefully tomorrow night the dice will be a little more hotter. Start out was the only shooter, then another guy walked up to me, 3 of us, real quiet, and one of the dealers was really struggling to make change or get the right bets out. So it's kind of like everybody was rusty. So we'll come back tomorrow night, try again. I might just roll 50 for 1. That seems to be the best thing that my best option, instead of putting $200 out on the table and trying to work up and hit a hot roller at 54. If I can hit a hot roller with 50 for 1, I know on my practice tablet on the game a little bit earlier today, brought in about $1,300 on the tablet. So unfortunately it wasn't real money. So we'll try again tomorrow night. A little discouraged, but I'm going to keep trying. So see you next time. All right, just finished a 1-hour session. Sat down with $550 of my original 1,000. I lost $450 yesterday trying light in the darkness, and just could not. The 7s were just running wild yesterday. So I walked away. Sat down with $550 tonight. Came around a couple times, but on this last one, I played for about an hour. Had about 125 points when I started. And rolled for quite a while. I rolled for about a half an hour. I don't know how many rolls. They wouldn't tell me how many rolls I had. But at one point, the guy sitting next to me, he was bet hard. He hit a hard ways and won like $1,500. At one point, the point was 4. I didn't play odds. I just had my $10 bet out and $1 for the dealers because I was rolling. And so all of a sudden he says, I'm gonna put 25 odds for you, because I told him I don't play odds when I shoot. I'm just out there to shoot. So he put 25 on there, and as soon as he put that 25 odds down, I rolled a hard 4 for him. So I picked up an extra $50, so I got $75 from the guy next to me. And so I finished 1,025. So I almost doubled what I started with tonight, but I'm back just above what I started with for the trip of $1,000. So I got some more sessions to play. My goal is 2,000 points for this trip on an 8-day cruise. My goal is 2,000, but I'll take whatever I get. So let's see what my points are now. All right, here we go. 394. So about 270 points tonight. Not bad for an hour. A lot better than yesterday. So 270 points in an hour. I'm just going to build as many points as I can. I brought 1,000. If I walk away with nothing, that's what it's for. It's all about the points. So thanks Brian and Jeremy for the strategy 50 for 1. I might just keep with that. I hit a roll, and I can't believe I hit a roll. I probably rolled 30, 40 times is my guess. They couldn't tell me how many rolls I had. So it was a good night, and come back at it tomorrow night. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow night. See what we got. All right, session 3 done at the craps table. 2 hours, 15 minutes. I started with $1,000 and 394 points. Cashed out with $1,550, so I won $1,050, so I'm a little ahead. Played Light in the Darkness, so Brian, I hedged my bets. It helped this time, thank you. I got to stay with Light in the Darkness, that helped. And then in the end, when Shooter rolled the point, I just stayed with playing the box numbers, working my numbers out, collecting a lot at the same time. So let's see what my numbers are. It'll work. And we got 752 points. So from 394 to 752. So but not quite halfway to my goal, but I'll take it. So come back tomorrow night, see if we can keep it going. A couple shooters had some good long rolls, including me. So it was a good night. So see you down tomorrow night. So we'll see you. Hey guys, just left St. Martin. Our last port call. We have 2 days at sea. I got 3 nights left to work on my points. Last night, after I was done at a very short session with some cold ice, I checked my points at 1,061, which I was happy with. Won a lot of points, but I was hoping for a 3-hour session. So now I got 3 nights left, but I checked my points again just now, and another 96 points were added. So I'm at 1157, 1,157 points. So the 1,200 point level is within reach, but my overall goal is 2,000, but I know I can hit the 1,600 points in the next 3 nights. Still shooting for the goal of 2,000. So hopefully the dice are better tonight. Still up $400 as of right now with 3 nights left. And so take 1,000 back to the table tonight and see how I can do playing Light in the Darkness. And sometimes I vary it with 50 for 1. Usually what I'm doing is if the shooter rolls the point, I don't play the don't pass again. I just continue with what bets I have on the numbers on the boxes, and I start pressing them. And I may power press tonight. Jeremy from Color Up's got a nice chart I downloaded on how to power press and maybe gain some more money to put on the table. So dealers are taking care of me. I'm taking care of the dealers. Last night, the one dealer was really working hard with some bets I was putting out and the other people putting out. So I made sure to give her a tip to say thank you for taking care of us. So, you know, when the point's out, put $5 on the point for the dealers. It's not a lot, and they appreciate it. One person playing next to me was putting money on the horn for the dealers, and they were getting a lot of money. She was hitting the horn bets, and I wasn't ready to bet the horn yet. So we'll see what happens tonight. I'm not getting too aggressive. I'm trying to stay within my strategies. I don't want to chase the money. We were talking about that last night. So just because someone's hitting the horn doesn't mean I'm going to start playing the horn, because you never know what happens. So for instance, last night I sat down at the table. Someone was in mid-roll. So I put my money on the table. I thought, all right, I'll play 50 for 1 now. I put my money out. I put $98 across. Next roll was 0.7 out. And so I lost $98 right off the bat. So that wasn't very fun. So kind of an omen for the night. So hopefully tonight's a better night. So if I get to the table and somebody's in the mid-roll, I'm going to stay there until they 0.7 out. And then I'll get started. So see how it goes. So I'm at 1197. I think 1197. 1196. Somewhere in there. They added some points from 1061 last night, but today now I'm 1157, 1,157 points. And hopefully, maybe tonight I can hit the 1,600 point. I doubt it, but yeah, if I can get a good roll, get some people with some good hot rolls, that'll be great. So see what happens. I'll let you know. See you. All right, we're on day 8 of our cruise. I didn't do a video the last 2 nights because I finished after 1 a.m. and I was really tired. My feet were sore, my legs were sore from standing. So I'll give you an update. So 2 nights ago, session 5 on Thursday night, went to the table with $1,000, playing Light in the Dark, played a little bit, play all day, tried some 50 for 1, walked away down $350, but hit 268 points for that session, so that wasn't bad. So that put me at a total of 1,426 after 5 sessions. So again, my goal was 2,000 points. Came back last night, came in a little earlier, about 9:30, hit the table, had my end spot where I like it, and all of us who've been playing together all week, there's about 4 or 5 of us, we all ended up at the same end of the table. It was a good night last night. We had some monster rolls, I had some good rolls, but we had a couple guys throw some good monster rolls. So I started with Light in the Darkness. It wasn't working. Unfortunately, I'm reading from my notes from my dice tracker book. I had 1, 2, 3 win. I've only had about 3 or 4 on this cruise. 7-11 losses. Even though I was trying to hedge, it just wasn't working. But we had 11.7 outs, and then I stopped keeping track. So, because one thing I do with Light in the Darkness is once the point hits, I don't put my money back on the don't pass line. I just play the box numbers and try and build up. So eventually, I got down $300 pretty quick, and I was back to 1,000. I said, all right, it's time to get aggressive. And so I went to. So I decided to get aggressive, and I went to the Power Press, and that was amazing. I was getting paid black chips, so thank you, Brian. I think it was Brian, maybe Jeremy, but thank you both, because I learned a lot. So, walked away about a little over 3 hours later, about 1:15, and checked my points, and let's see what we got. My goal was 2,000, but let's check it out. Here we go. There it is, 2,241 points. I got 815 points last night. I just talked to one of the pit bosses. They're rating me with about $200 to $300 average bet, because I power pressed up all the numbers up to my 410 to 200, my 5.9 to 125, and my 6.8 to 150. And I think my 6.8 I even put to 300 at one point and hit it once. So I got my goal of 2,000, got my free cruise certificate. We already got one planned for June. Unfortunately, because I live in Central California, I can't fly to Florida all the time. So let's go out to LA, do a short one. We have a busy summer. So I only need 259 points to hit prime. So just talked to one of the pit bosses. They said, just go play the slots. You'll pull that off pretty quick. So maybe I will. Yeah, I want to play some craps a little more, but maybe I'll just hit the slots and go from there. So we'll see. Okay, I was short 108 points. Went down and played craps. I'm going to come home ahead, $400 ahead of what I brought, which is good. But I'm here for the point. So I made 2,000 last night. Got my free cruise certificate. So now let's see if I made prime on my first cruise. Oh, I did it. I got prime. Woohoo! Free cruises through April 1st, 2027. Thank you, everybody.